Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. It's the 8th of April 2022 and a Friday. We're looking forward to the weekend, and today's video, as always, is going to be of three parts. First is geopolitics, economical news, and stock market news, anything that's going to impact the market today. Second is going to be technical analysis of NASDAQ, VIX, gold, and crypto. And finally, we are going to look at the biotech shares, genomic shares that we have in our watch list to try to find some price direction. Also, I have almost finished recording a video on technical analysis. Many of our subscribers have been asking me to produce a technical analysis video. So I have done my best. I have put it there, and I would suggest that you have a look at it. It's going to be published on Sunday. So I'm still working on editing a little bit here and there. Look forward to hear your reactions to that when I release it. So mark your calendars for Sunday. Having said that, let's get started. Let's start with the news. The first slide I have here is talking about the prominent headlines. Basically, these headlines indicate that the Russia-Ukraine crisis is just getting deeper and deeper and more geopolitically entrenched because dozens were feared dead in a recent attack, and the US has already sanctioned Russia's military shipbuilder, diamond miner, and also Putin's daughters have been sanctioned by the US. So, and Russia has been voted out of UN Human Rights Commission. China voted in favor of Russia, whereas India abstained. But still, the net effect is that Russia is out of the UNHRC, and EU has banned Russian coal imports, and it's indicated that Japan might follow shortly in the same direction. So as you can see, this is a very bearish sign. And if we were to look at other news items, there is slightly bullish news from MarketWatch. So there is an article on MarketWatch. I put the link in the description below. You can always have a look and read it completely. So basically, the gist of this article is that even though the Fed has started tightening by increasing the interest rate from 25 basis point to 50 basis point, and also tagging on top of it $95 billion of asset reduction every month starting May, there are some positives that the analysts are seeing based on trends that they have observed in the past. According to FactSet analysts, expect S&P 500 to earn $227.8 per share in 2022. This estimate is 2% higher than 223.43 expected as of December 31, 2021. So they have revised their estimate upwards. And underpinning their revision is this particular chart out here. If you look at the chart, you can see that there is a fully formed chart line, which is based on the past war that we had with Iraq and how the shares behaved at that time. And parallel to that, they have put the current market condition of S&P 500, and based on that, they have projected that there will be 2% higher outcome for S&P 500 this year. So this is a very good thought process. Most often, analysts try to find from every nook and corner some kind of a hint of what is likely to happen. But personally, I feel that this cannot be 100% reliable, because the trajectory of the Iraq war was different from what is likely to be the trajectory of the current war between Russia and Ukraine. Of course, the commonality with Iraq war is that a lot of oil was involved out there, and a lot of oil is involved out here. But apart from oil, you got food grains which are involved, and you also got minerals and metals which are required by the economy in large scale, which Russia produces. Those things are going to be at a shortage. So overall, I don't think these are two comparable situations, but hey, among all these bearish signals, it's okay to have a little bit of bullish bias. Then going further, I have a bearish news that I have picked up. I read in an article somewhere about evening star formation on S&P 500, and I've been able to check it out. So what is an evening star? It's basically a 3-bar candle, like the one that you see here. There is a long green bar, which is on a bullish track. We are going upwards. Then there's a shorter green bar where the momentum has dropped and the volumes have dropped and the prices have dropped. And then you have a red bar where people are starting to sell. So this is a kind of reversal pattern. The opposite of the evening star is the morning star, where you have a bearish candle which is long and goes down, and then there's a short bearish candle, and then you have a bullish candle which goes upward, and it's pretty long. And all of this is underpinned pinned by solid volumes, and therefore you can get an idea that the market is changing its opinion and moving direction. Let us go and have a quick look at the chart of S&P 500. It doesn't appear on the daily chart. It appears only on the weekly chart. So here we have the S&P 500 chart. This is a long-term chart, and if you notice, each of these candles is 1 week in duration. And you can see that this particular week that we are in is a red candle. So first we had a green candle, which took us high, and then we had a spike and we came back down, but still we ended green, slightly above where we ended on the previous day, and then previous week, and then the current week we are going down. So typically morning star and evening star are looked at as 3 consecutive days, but if we use the same logic on a weekly basis, maybe the market is moving slower. We have that pattern here. It cannot be ignored. This is one of the reasons why yesterday I was saying that there is going to be some kind of a decisive move this week. Today we'll be able to find out whether this red candle goes down further. If it doesn't go down further, then it won't be a evening star, and we'll be okay. We'll get more clues to this when the market opens and we start looking at the VIX and the Nasdaq and S&P 500. We'll have much more clues. Today is Friday, and also there'll be options expiries, and all those kind of things will also have an impact on the prices today. Let's start with Bitcoin. Today, Bitcoin is at 43,238.4. It's down minus 0.78%, and it's on a support of 43,208.6, which is this green line out here. And it's also being supported by the 50-day exponential moving average and constrained by the 20-day exponential moving average. And if we look at the MACD, it's moving away from the signal line and it's bearish, as well as the momentum is just about below average. So it's not looking great for Bitcoin. Each of these candles is a 1-day candle. I'm going to go on to the daily chart so that we have a 1-minute candle. Now, when we look at the MACD, it is very clear that there's a very deeply bullish bias out here. And momentum is also going down. It's going below 30%, so it's almost oversold. So this could indicate a turnaround possibility. So later on in the day, we may possibly bounce off the support of 43,208 and start our move upwards. But Bitcoin typically trends along with Nasdaq. So if Nasdaq is good today, Bitcoin is also likely to be good. And over the weekend, usually Bitcoin falls. So if Bitcoin didn't pick up sufficiently today, then there's a good chance that Bitcoin may touch its earlier lows before the beginning of the next week. So that's about what I have for Bitcoin. Now let us look at gold and see whether there are any clues on gold. So gold is going up, and the MACD is ready to cross over the signal line in a bullish manner. Momentum is below average and slightly pointed upwards. So if gold is going to go up, that would mean that there is going to be a bit of a pressure on the VIX and the Nasdaq. Let us go to the 1-year time frame and have a look at it. So here you can see that we are broken out of the upper bound of the pennant, and we will start getting support from this diagonal line as well as this horizontal line out here. So gold is in some kind of a consolidation move, unable to decide which way to go. Probably once the market opens, we'll have a much better idea. But I think the bias for gold is upwards, bullish, and the bias for Nasdaq is downwards, bearish, in my opinion, based on all the things that I have seen in the last few weeks. So right now it's 8:50 a.m. and the futures are indicating a mildly positive open with 0.05. I don't know if this will sustain until the market open. But it's slightly positive at this point of time. Now let us go into the indicators and let us look at US oil. So US oil has put on 0.15% today. That's around 15 basis points. But the MACD is bearish. However, it's moving towards the signal line. Momentum is below average and flat. And we still need the market to open before US oil could probably move and show us the direction. And if we look at the live VIX, this is today's candle, the 8th of April, and it's supported by the 9-day exponential moving average, which is this yellow line. MACD is bullish and it is moving away from the signal line. Momentum is below average and flat. The fact that the momentum is below average and flat gives me hope that as the market opens, probably we'll get a bit bullish, but otherwise it doesn't look great. So we'll visit this again once the market opens. Well, the market has opened now, and we are going to look at the indicators. And if we look at the US oil first, US oil has dropped, so that's a good sign. And US oil is in this bullish pennant. In my opinion, the bullish pennant usually allows the price to spike above and make the next move upwards. But our MACD is bearish, and our momentum is also below average and sloping down. So I think we are in a good position with regard to US oil. It's already on a downward trend. So we just hope that the pennant doesn't allow it to explode upwards. So for today, we are fine. If you look at the VIX, we have gone up. Let me look at the daily chart for the VIX. And we can see in the daily chart that the MACD is tending towards the signal line, and it's crossed over to the bearish side. And the momentum has also dropped. So I think that there's a good chance that VIX might subside a little bit, which will be positive for the QQQ. But for now, QQQ is negative. It's gone down by 0.64%. And the MACD is bearish and tending to be away from the signal line, and momentum is below average. So when a formation like this happens, there is a very good chance that there's going to be a turnaround in the trend. Because there will be capitulation and fatigue, and people will start buying and moving upwards. Let us go to look at the 1 year time frame and see what is happening out there. So in a 1 year time frame, we can see that we are crossed over to the bearish side, and the momentum is just below average. So there is a bearish undertone for Nasdaq right now. But looking at the direction of the VIX, the fact that VIX is likely to move downwards, I would think that there should be some positives for QQQ, but it may also be that people are taking the profits. And as we go closer towards end of April, I think people might probably want to take off some profits and reduce their risks, because May definitely is a downward trend. So it could go either way today, folks. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Let's go and have a look at our genomic shares. Let's start with our genomic shares. Regeneron is up 1.35%. That's a change of $9.77. MACD is very strong and bullish and moving away from the signal line. Momentum is quite high. The RSI is indicating overbought. And as we have seen before, RSI can go all the way up to 77.73, which is this point out here. In the past, it has done that. So I think that Regeneron can continue to gain a little bit more before it gives some of those and comes back down. So there is need to be some kind of consolidation for Regeneron sooner rather than later. Maybe it could happen this week because people may want to be risk averse for the weekend. So I think that Regeneron may not end up as high as it is right now, and maybe it could pair some of the gains and end up positive, maybe $4 or $3.50, something in that order. In order to consolidate. Novartis is up 0.97%, and the next resistance is at 92.90. Right now we are at 92.29. And if you look at our MACD, it's bullish and moving away from the signal line. Volumes are also healthy. The momentum is very strong, and the chart shows overbought for Novartis, so there is need for some moderation. So instead of a gain of 86 cents, maybe we'll end the day with a gain of 0.5 or something in that order. That is my prediction. Vertex is up 0.44%. We still have this bullish diagonal channel which is supporting us. And we have the 9-day, 20-day, 50-day, and 100-day exponential average all stacked up in the right manner. So we are still in a bullish market for Vertex. MACD is absolutely bullish, moving away from the signal line. Momentum is very overbought. So there is going to be some amount of giving out here. So Vertex may probably end up the day positive, but not as high as it is right now. It's going to give up some of the gains in order to consolidate. DNA is up 0.59%. MACD is bullish, but tending towards the signal line. Momentum is below average and flat. So DNA is going to end up the day either flat or negative. Bluebird is down minus 0.31% with a resistance from 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average. MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line in a bearish manner. Momentum is not supporting us, so Bluebird is going to end up the day flat or negative. IMTX is up 0.22%. MACD is bullish but tended towards the signal line. Momentum is flat and above average. So IMTX is going to struggle a little bit today. And if the overall market is bearish, which I think it is, IMTX is likely to lose the positives that it has got, but it will definitely stay above the support of 8.80 today. IBB, which is our ETF, which indicates the biotech sector, is showing a bit of weakness out here after 2 days of bullishness. We still have support with this diagonal green line, and also the 9-day exponential moving average is going to be our support. And MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line, and momentum is above average but flat. So I think that IBB is going to be flat or negative today based on the overall trend. I had determined the overall trend for NASDAQ is bearish. So I think that the IBB is going to go down. If my call on NASDAQ is wrong, all my predictions today is likely to be wrong. So I'm sticking my neck out here, saying that the bias is towards negative. It's also because there's going to be the weekend coming up, and people would not want to have risk in their hands during the weekend when they are helpless, especially with the Ukraine and Russia war continuing throughout. Now let's look at Pfizer. Pfizer is down 0.34%. The MACD is bullish and moving away from the signal line. That's a very good sign. But the momentum, though above average, is pointing downwards. That's not a good sign. And we have had 3 strong days for Pfizer. So there's a good chance that given the weekend is coming up, there is going to be a little bit of profit taking out here. So fundamentally, there is nothing wrong with Pfizer, but there could be some amount of profit taking happening today. And therefore, Pfizer might lose some steam. So it may end the day negative. Illumina is down minus 1.36%, and it has got the support line out here, which happens to be at 362.49. And it's going to test this support today. The MACD is bullish but tending towards the signal line, and momentum is falling down. So there is a good chance that Illumina might fall below this support line and convert it into a resistance before the end of the day. That possibility is out there. Caribou Biosciences is down minus 1.2%. The MACD is below the signal line and moving away from the signal line in a bearish manner. Momentum is below average and flat. So Caribou Biosciences is likely to lose a few more cents today before closing. When we go to Allogene, it's down minus 1.55%. Still having a resistance at 9.93, and the 9-day and the 20-day exponential moving average are also becoming a resistance. The momentum is below average and pointed down, and MACD is also bearish. So Allogene is going to lose a few more cents before the close of the day. Teladoc is down minus 2.69%, and it is firmly within the previous bearish channel. However, on the upper side of the bearish channel, and it's being pushed down by all the 4 exponential moving average, and the 20-day exponential moving average is the immediate resistance. The MACD is bearish and already crossed over the signal line, and the momentum is below average and falling. Teladoc is going to lose another 50 cents or something before the close. ARCG is down minus 2.70%, and it's gone below the support of 44.39, and the 44.39 level is now going to be converted into a resistance. And our next support is at 36.91. And we have MACD, which is bearish and moving away from the signal line, momentum below average and pointed down. So ARCG might end up the day negative, maybe $2. CRISPR Therapeutics is down minus 3.86%. Again, resistance is at 66.36, and all the 4 exponential moving averages are the immediate resistance for CRISPR Therapeutics. MACD is bearish and moving away from the signal line, with the momentum being below average and pushing downwards. So CRISPR Therapeutics is likely to end up the day negative around $3.50. Verve is down 2.62%, and we have resistance from the 9-day exponential moving average, a very bearish MACD, and also very weak momentum going downwards towards the oversold area. So Verve is likely to lose further today and maybe end the day negative 75 cents. Editas is down 5.31%. And we have broken below the support of 18.20. So I'm going to mark that as a resistance. And our MACD is crossed over to the bearish side, and it's moving away from the signal line. Momentum is also below average and rapidly falling. Editas is likely to lose more and maybe end up negative minus $2.5 by the end of market today. PACB is down minus 4.10%. That's around 36 cents down. The 9-day exponential moving averages are immediate resistance. MACD is bearish and pointed downwards and moving further away from the signal line. And momentum is also below average and falling. Therefore, PACB is likely to end the day negative 50 cents or something in that order. Beam is down minus 4.80%. Again, we have a resistance from the 9-day exponential moving average. MACD is absolutely bearish, and momentum is continuing to fall rapidly. And I'm thinking that Beam is going to end the day negative minus $3.25. Ntalia is down minus 5.22%. And it has got support at 60.88. It's firmly out of the bearish channel, and the support of the bearish channel is now going to become a resistance for us going forward. This is not a good development. MACD is bearish and moving away from the signal line. And also we have got the momentum falling rapidly. So Ntalia is going to lose another dollar or so before close. So it may end up in a negative $4.5 by the time the market closes. And that brings me to the end of today's session. Friends, if you had liked this video, please put a like out there. It helps more people to discover our channel. And if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe and become a member of this community. We have been stuck at 384 for the last couple of days, and we need to see some movement out there. That will be very motivating. I hope that you have a great day and a great weekend. I'll catch you up again on Saturday. And don't forget to check out our technical analysis course on Sunday. Bye for now.